big trouble because Russia has said that it classes the UK as being actively at war with Russia. So it classes the UK as being actively at war with Russia. So although we're looking at peace, we're actually looking at the possibility of a big war, and they've also said that they have loosened the restrictions on the nuclear weapons, which apparently is very popular in Russia. So the possibility of things going very wrong. But we can do something. We are not helpless. What we can do is we can buy the Book of Peace and work some magic for ourselves. That's the Book of Peace. It's available from Amazon. Just go to Amazon, write type in Book of Peace, S-Rob, and it should pop up. And the book will pop up, and then you can go and you can cast some spells from that. An alternative, what is a really good idea, is go to spellcaster-psychic.co.uk. That's www.spellcaster-psychic.co.uk and order a custom spell. And then say you want the spell for peace. You know, because the bottom line is, you know, if I want to spend a lot of my time doing this and not doing other things, then I have to be compensated for it. And other spellcasters who want to do it as well have to be compensated, because we can't just not work. We can't just stop work. Okay, we'll be doing some things for ourselves. We'll be pulling our own weight. I am anyway. I'm pulling my own weight. I'm doing things, but I need to be compensated for the other time that I'm using to do it for other people. Okay, and it's a really good idea. Order a custom spell from www.spellcaster-psychic.co.uk and order a custom spell and say you want it for peace, for world peace, or for peace for your country. Or order the Book of Peace, which is quite an aggressive book, but I think it's what we need to bring an end to the war and prevent there being more war. Okay, because we're looking at nukes here, nuclear weapons, and they're not the nuclear weapons we had years ago. Don't think about things like they were with Japan. It's a lot worse now. You know, it's very cold at the moment. I got the flu. It's very cold, but that's the bottom line. And the thing is, as well, us spellcasters, we all need money, because we need money because there's going to be a war. Like everyone else, will need to move. You know, everyone's going to need money. We're going to need, in the UK, we're going to need people to buy our services because we'll need the money to move. I don't know about everyone else, but my money is tied up. A lot of it's tied up, so it's not that I tie up most of my money. I leave very little of it around, which means moving very quickly could be very, very difficult for me. So I need the money from the spellcastings and the book sales, you know, in order to move, quite possibly, if things go wrong, you know, because I sensed before I checked yesterday or last night about the bomb. I thought, oh my God, what have they done with Russia? That's literally what I said. And I looked, and it was up there that what they'd done, that there'd been a large attack on Russia, in Russian land, and I knew it was going to cause problems. I could sense it, and it has. And I'm not feeling resolution. I'm not feeling it's gone. I'm not feeling that we're doomed, but I'm not feeling it's gone either. I'm feeling a tension here, and that's bad. When I feel a tension like this, the trouble is, I don't always sense these things until just beforehand. So it'll be a good idea for people to order some spells, order some books, work the magic, because we need it. And like I said, we're going to need the money, because a lot of us tie our money up. And if we need to move out of the UK quickly, we're not going to be able to. And with the best will in the world, anyone would be bullshitting if they said they could literally stop a bomb in mid-air. You can't. I don't think anyone can do that using magic. They might say they can, but in reality is you just get nuked. That's the reality. So I don't think there's much we could do with that when it's already happened. So we need money. We need money. We need people to do spells. People to order spells so we can do things to help people and to prevent the situation. I know it sounds a bit self-serving, but I don't think there's any other way I can do it, unfortunately. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Puppet World. And that's the thing, really. It's, you know, we're looking at... Sorry. we're looking at a situation where it is about as bad as it can get. Because I was actually in the nightclub. It wasn't that loud. It wasn't that loud. Not that sensor was something wrong. I thought, oh my God, what is it? What have they done to Russia? And I knew that attack Russia, and I knew it was going to cause problems. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against the Ukraine attacking Russia because it's a war. Okay, they attack them. It's the way it works. But I just knew what was going to happen. I thought it was going to cause problems. And it has, and I thought the next day, I thought, what do I do? Do I do anything? I contacted a friend. He said, no, it'll probably be a while before anything happens. He said it was going to be a long time. I don't think it's going to be a long time. If that we're safe for the next, 6 months is what he said. I don't think that's the case. I think it'll either be peace or war very quickly. And of course, when Russian ambassador to the UK said that Russia classes the UK as being actively at war, and they've loosened the restrictions of the use of nuclear weapons, it's basically a bad sign. It's a very bad sign, is what we are looking at it. Thanks a lot. Or a superpower. So I look upon it as a very bad sign. So help me out, because like I said, everybody, I think a lot of people are the same. We tie our money up. And if we need to move quickly, we're going to need that money. So we're going to need the spell castings that people can order. And ordering a spell casting for peace is particularly a good idea. I haven't got any on the website. You've got to order them as a custom spell. That's www.spellcaster-psychic.co.uk. That's www.spellcaster-psychic.co.uk. Or go to my SRob site and click on the bit that says order a spell, order a magic spell. And that'll take you to the website. Or order the Book of Peace. In fact, order any book that you want to, that you think will help, A lot of them are on Amazon. A lot of them, you just go to Amazon and put in SRob book. You got to put SRob book now, because there's people selling clothes that are called Rob. So I put SRob book, and they'll come up. And that's probably the best way of doing it. And that's what I think we need to do. So I'll leave you now to do what you want to do, and hopefully you can help me out and help us out, because we're in a dire straits here in the UK. I know some of you will be from the UK, but we know some of them dire straits here. It could go wrong very badly, and I don't think they're going to do much to America, because America's too big, but we're not very big. The UK is not a big country, we're small. We have nukes, we can nuke back, but the bottom line is, Russia probably, I'm guessing, this has a hell of a lot more of them. It's not good. It's a bad situation. So, order those spells, order those books, and help us all out. Because we don't know what's going to happen. Now, it could work out either way. It could be peace. I think it's possible that Trump's able to make peace here. But it's either going to go one way or the other, and it's unclear as to which way it's going to go. So let's order some spells, do the spell castings, buy the books, and help out a little bit so that we can all have the peace that we want. Or at the very least, if it doesn't work and there's too much, because bear in mind, Russia has its psychics. Like when I do magic to stop peace and make peace, and we all do, Russia has their psychics and their occultists as well. And it's a big country. So really, you've got an opposing force you're working against all the time. So we just have to do the best we can. And if not, then we probably have to, a lot of us in the UK will have to leave if we can, because there's no sense. You can't fight back against nuclear bombs, Or I can't, as an individual, I can't. As a country, I can, but as an individual, I can't do anything. It's like if there's an attack in the UK, if you're really going to be seriously attacked. In America, it's different. You can sit there with your gun on your lap and wait for the buggers, But over here, weapons are illegal. So that if you do anything, you're in trouble, If it's a serious attack and it's like a terrorist, we're going to kill you over here, the police won't give you protection. There's no safe houses if you're a man. All the safe houses are for women. I don't think there's any for men at all. I'm not sure that'd be a good idea anyway, being stuck in somewhere. Maybe it would, I don't know. So the really only option you got is to run, because you got no weapons, got nothing. I know people are always talking about how good it is to be unarmed, and people in this country do that a lot. But I've realised as time's passed, it's useful to have some sort of weapons. I think being disarmed to an extent is a good idea, but they went too far. They've even outlawed pointy pens. Tactical pens, they've outlawed them in the UK. You're not allowed to have them anymore. You know, so you can't go around carrying a tactical pen. Don't even know if you're allowed to have one in the house. And they were like pointy, and all the were is that they were a tactical weapon. They weren't really a great weapon, a tactical pen. You weren't thinking to kill them with a tactical pen necessarily. It was just that you'd use it like that, and you know, and you could break glass with it, and you could attack people like that with it. You know, it was just a biro, a pumped up biro, basically, like a military biro, in case the military got stuck with his clipboard or writing something, and somebody came in, and all he had was his pen. He had something to fight with, you know. That's what they were meant for. They weren't meant as a main weapon, really. And they outlawed them. So there's literally nothing, you know. You're not even allowed to carry a clipboard in the UK if you decide to use a weapon. If your intention is to use that clipboard as a weapon, you're not allowed to carry it. We're literally not to carry anything. We've got a terrible problem. It's way, way too far they brought it. They went way further than they should have done, you know. It's like employment laws in the UK. You can't fire anybody anymore, which means if you're an employer, you can't hire people because you can't fire them if there's no job for them. See, what used to happen was small companies, like one man and like couple companies made of a couple, used to hire people because they thought we're going to hire someone, and if there's not enough work, we're going to just fire them. But it meant they had a job for a while. You know, and it might have been no good job, and then they can make two of them and hire more of them. But they knew that there wasn't too much of a risk for them because they could fire them if they needed to. But now we can't fire people. And because you can't fire people, they can't hire them. So companies in the UK aren't growing bigger. The little ones, the little 1 and 2 people enterprise where you've got like a man and wife or a wife on her own, or a woman on her own, aren't expanding. They're just staying there. So the big companies are staying big, and the little companies aren't expanding, and they were the ones that made up the economy. Pardon me. That made up the economy of the future is those companies. The small companies that you got now make up the economies of the future, and because they're not growing, we'll have a massive, and we're not re-expanding them. We'll have a massive recession, way down the line. Because these companies won't take the place of the other companies. Like Woolworths started out with one guy with a shop. You know, maybe a couple at one guy, and he had one shop, and then he started employing people, and he had more people. But at that point in time, he could fire them if there wasn't a job for them. It was easy. But without that, would Woolworths have existed? Would he have grown? I mean, it's gone Woolworths now, okay, but it existed for a lot of years. And it's the same with Marks and Spencer's. They were the same. They started off very small, you know. So when you destroy the small companies like that, the very little ones, you destroy the stock market in the future. So it'll probably destroy the UK stock market at some point. It'll collapse, a massive collapse of the economy. Well, I'm talking well into the future, maybe 100 years from now. There'll be a massive prolonged recession that will gut the UK. And I think other countries are doing the same thing, so it'll probably gut civilization, the economies of civilization, and so much rides on the economy. You know, all our progress seems to flow from the economy, and we'll be in big trouble. Yeah, big trouble. It's just a matter of time. Anyway, but my name's S. Rob. I'm going to go now. Remember, www.spellcaster-psychic.co.uk, or go to Amazon, buy the Book of Peace by S. Rob, or some other book by S. Rob. Put S. Rob book into Amazon. There'll be lots of books will come up you can buy. Okay, help us all out. All the spells. Let's stop war.